Big Lou, and this is Big Lou Barbecue. And today we're gonna do barbecue chicken. Yeah, I know, I do a lot of chicken. On my budget, I just call it white steak. Yeah, chicken. Chicken gets a bad rap. It's cheap, and it doesn't have the romantic factor of barbecue ribs or brisket or any of those big time barbecue things. But I bet you on any given day in backyards all across the USA, there's more chicken being cooked than anything else you can think of on the grill or on a barbecue pit. There's more chicken than ribs, there's more chicken than pork butts, there's more chicken than brisket, there's more chicken than fish, there's more chicken than fancy salmon on planks. There's more chicken than bratwurst being cooked. I bet you there's more chicken on any afternoon, on any day of the week, 24/7, across the USA, being cooked on grills than there is anything else. So, how do you cook chicken? Well, I'm glad you asked, and you're not the only person to ask. A lot of people that I know, see, I don't have a big channel, I only got a few subscribers, and a lot of subscribers are people I know, and they said, hey, Big Lou, how is it you cook chicken without burning it? In fact, I was at a good friend's house, and I'm not criticizing. I was at a good friend's house just last week, and he told me that it was just recently he learned how to cook chicken without burning it. So we're gonna barbecue chicken, and we're gonna cut the chicken in half and barbecue both halves. Sometimes I'll leave them together, called spatchcocking, but this time I cut them in half. That way, if one side gets a little hot, you can move it to the cold side of the grill. All right. Some important things you need to know. Marinate the chicken. You can do this with an injectable marinade about half an hour before you cook it, or you can marinate it for hours in a bag or a bowl or something like this. Marinate it. See, chicken's a very bland, mild meat, and if you don't marinate it, the chicken meat will taste like oatmeal. It won't have any this flavor. You never had like bland oatmeal or something? It's just So get some flavor in that meat, man. Marinate it. You marinate with it if you want. And if you can't think of a fancy marinade to do, just go with Italian dressing. Italian dressing works. Bam. We're doing a little soy sauce based marinade with this chicken, but marinate. Season the outside. That's called rubbing it down. Get you a poultry rub. If you don't like my recipe, if my recipe for a poultry rub, I'll put the link to that video down in the description box. If my poultry rub recipe is a little too spicy for you, get one you like. Cover the meat up, and don't have it directly over the coals. If you're using a propane grill, you know, one of those that run on gas, propane gas, you know what I'm talking about? Low. You don't have to have those dials all the way up. If you do, you got a big fire, all right? There's too much grease dripping out of that thing and you're burning your chicken. Low on gas, all right? And you can see the chimney of coals is going behind me. Let me go in and show you how I cut the chicken up 8 hours ago. By the way, you may hear some thunder in the background. Those skies are a little dark. I may have to move it inside before this cook is over. Weatherman says we can expect 3 or 4 days of this. I got to get this chicken cooked. So if I'm cooking it, not inside, like kitchen inside, like inside under my covered patio inside. So if by the time you see this video end and we're under the patio and it's raining, I had to move the grill inside. But right now, we doing just that right there. Chimney full of coals, getting ready to go. Big Lou barbecue chicken.
Okay, so how to barbecue a chicken? Well, there's several ways. You can barbecue one what they call whole. This is sold at the market as a whole chicken, which is misnamed because it doesn't have feet, it doesn't have a head, doesn't have a neck, doesn't have guts, doesn't have feathers. It's not really a whole chicken. But most of the parts you want to eat are here, so that's why they sell it as whole chicken. All right. We're gonna cut that little bit of fat off right there, okay? And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna barbecue the chicken in halves. It's very common to do that. Now you can buy chicken halves at your meat market or butcher, but you know what? It's more expensive. So the way you cut it, just find the spine and you just, that right there where the neck is, and you just go down the neck with a sharp knife, and maybe I should have sharpened this one, and just cut right through there like that. Well, I should have sharpened this one up. I'll do it when I get to the other side. All right. Right now, I'm pause the video and I'm sharpening this knife. All right, now that I got a sharp knife, we're gonna find the other side of the backbone and we're gonna cut right down through it, okay? Should have had that done. Oh, that's much better. But when you get to the rib cage here, it can be a little tough. Some people use kitchen shears to do this, but you see how much easier that just cut the backbone out? Right there, backbone out. Knife works a whole lot better when it's sharp. Always use a sharp knife. Now, okay, in order to save time in your data plan, I'm speeding this section up. Now there's a little white section right there in the middle. You want to crack that with your knife and then run your fingers or thumb right down both sides of the breastbone. And the breastbone will pull out. Most of the time it comes out in one piece. Sometimes it comes out in two. The breastbone's actually made up of two pieces. It's got a piece of cartilage on the front end right there and the bone in the back. But that bone will come out. Now save it and use that for stock. Then just trim the chicken up a little bit right there. And I'm gonna flip it over, stretch the skin out over it again. This skin was kind of torn and I'm gonna cut right through it. You see how easy a sharp knife works? And by the way, before I sharpened that knife, I rinsed it. And then after I sharpened the knife, I rinsed it, just in case you're wondering. Now we're gonna put this in two bags. Put both pieces in one bag, and I didn't have any Ziploc bags, so I'm using one of those Sealy-Mill bags. Now you can marinate this in anything you want. That's an herb and garlic marinade, a Cajun butter marinade I like, and I'm gonna use an Allegro marinade today. It's a soy sauce based marinade. It's very similar to Moore's and Dale's. I'm not advertising for any brand, but I like Allegro. But the main thing is you want to get that chicken marinated. And we're going to marinate this for about 8 hours. Now, if I'd had a Ziploc bag, I'd have just used that. But no, I didn't have any Ziploc bags with me, so I'm using the Sealy-Mill thing. Doesn't go in there right away for me. I had to fuss at it and make it behave. Turn it on. Make sure you have it on moist so you don't suck all the marinade out. And then put it in the refrigerator for about 8 hours. That's all there is to marinating, but marinating is important. It gets that flavor into the chicken. All right. Now, 8 hours later, 8.5 hours later, actually, we're going to take out my handy dandy bag opener made by Case in Bradford, Pennsylvania. Open the chicken up and put it in a little pan there. Throw the bag and the rest of the marinade away. Not going to need that anymore. I stretch the chicken skin out over this part to make sure it's all over it, because it'll dry out too much if you don't have too much of the chicken, if you get too much of the meat showing without skin on it. And now I'm putting on some of my poultry rub. If you haven't seen my grandpa's poultry rub video, I'll put a link to it down in the description box. It's a spicy poultry rub, and if you don't like it too spicy, use whatever kind of poultry rub you like. All right, and it's all there is to prepping this bird for the grill, man. It's just about time for the grill thrill. Just rub it down with the poultry rub on both sides. Make sure the skin is stretched over it, and we're ready to go. It's grill thrill. Well, guess what? It is starting to rain. Let's move the celery over here. Not gonna hurt anything. And we're gonna drop these two chicken halves right there. Pull that skin over it like I said. And I'm gonna do this with my hands. Right there. Move the potatoes over a little bit. Open the vents a little bit wider. And we're cooking. And as you can see, it was probably a good idea to move it inside. Big Lou's Barbecue. Okay, well, the rain quit, so I decided to carry the grill back outside. I flipped the potatoes over, and they're getting almost close to done. I can feel them kind of mushy. But of course, that was the side that was cooked most of that time.
But when they get ready, we'll pull the potatoes off of here. But right now it's time to flip these chickens to skin side down. Look at that. I wish you could smell it. Is that not pretty? Woo! Look at that right there. Yeah! All right, we're gonna flip this one skin side down. Now I'm not gonna leave them skin side down the whole rest of the way, but next 20 or 30 minutes, these things going skin side down on here. Look at me being a klutz. Come on now. Big Lou barbecue. Look at that. Look at that. You see, that's not burned. No, that's not burned. I'll take you down in closer. No, that is not burned. Look at it. It fell off the tripod. That's not burned. That's just nice and brown, y'all. All right. It's going to be good, though. I guarantee it. That one looks a little better. I do bet. And that potato salad fixing going right there. Whoo! Yeah, it was time to turn that one to skin side down. I guarantee it. It's still going to be real good chicken. Big Lou barbecue. Okay, so what I'm doing now, some of these potatoes are real soft and they're about done, like that one. And some of them are still kind of hard. So I'm moving them to the hotter side of the grill. And this piece of chicken here that is looking beautiful, that's really cooked well on that side of the grill, is going to come on over here to this side of the grill where it's a little bit cooler. All right, just like that. This piece of chicken here still's got to cook on that side a little more. Well, it's time to flip this one back over. The other one already got flipped back to the skin side earlier. Loosen up, be patient. Do not just rip and tear it. You want to get it. I ripped and tore it. Oh well, rest of that skin looks pretty. Look at that. Woo! It's going to be good, y'all. Time to pull the potatoes off too. Be right back. Big Lou barbecue. Guess what? This chicken needs to be done because more thunderstorms are coming in. So we're going right here in the breast and we're going to see if that's done. Time to pull these potatoes off of here. Oh yeah, baby. Chicken is done. So are the potatoes. So I'm gonna get the potatoes off and then we're gonna sauce these birds, all right? All right. Back now. Chicken is done. It is done, it is done. So we move them both to the cold side of the grill. They're not overdone, but they're done. And we're gonna sauce them. Now, I don't know what happened to my basting brush. It may very well have something to do with a little 9, 10-month-old Labrador named Waldo. All right, you put whatever sauce you like. I like Cattleman Smoky, but what I'm using right now is Cattleman's Kansas City Classic, so it's a little sweeter than I normally like. Bullseye Bold is one I like, but this chicken's gonna be pretty spicy enough anyway because I got my poultry rub on it. So put this sweet sauce on there and we're gonna let this go about another 5 minutes. They're done. Really what I'm gonna do is just shut the grill down. Just go ahead and close the vents and shut it down. All right, pull this chicken off of here. Y'all, I don't need to do a taste test on this chicken. I'm telling you what, I know it's good. Oh, look at that, it's falling apart, boy. I'll get that off in a minute. Let me go ahead and get this one off of here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just beautiful? I messed the skin up, I didn't want to do that. All right, skin, get back on there. This is a presentation for camera, y'all. You gotta pull that skin back over there. I don't want to go now. Anyway, 2 chicken halves, Big Lou barbecue. I don't have to do a taste test. Chewy wants some. You hear her barking in the background? I don't have to do a taste test. I know it's good. I cook chicken like this all the time. Big Lou barbecue. All right, y'all, taste test on the chicken. I pulled the wing off. Perfect as always. Didn't need to do the taste test. Absolutely wonderful. Get some flavor in that chicken and you'll be happy to cook chicken. Big Lou Barbecue.